Hey cuties, it's your girl Tana Too Cute. So we are now on episode 3, season 7 of Sisters. Things, like I said, things are heating up. Let's talk about this latest episode, y'all. Things are y'all. Let's just get into it.
I feel good.
Wait a minute. Who
I knew that I would know. Wow.
Okay, so the episode started out at Andy's office. So we got people walking everywhere. So you got the FBI is in the office. Everybody is frantic about what's going on. Andy come in all confused, don't know what's going on, and Fatima kind of snatched her up like, girl, what have you been? It's a war zone in here basically. Gary, your dude, is under investigation. And she's like, clueless, like for what? And, Fatima just had to, get up on game and just telling her, look, from what she hear, because she been ear hustling, he is, been pretty much embezzling money. And so she's, Andy looking like, hey, what do I have to do with that? I mean, no, Gary is a pretty upstanding dude. No, he ain't, Andy. That's what we thought. That's what he presented to us. But no, he is cricketed. Cricketed. So Hayden kind of walks up because, of course, the FBI came to his house and he told him everything because he's saying that their business was on the up and up. But my thing here in this scene, Hayden too friendly. He too happy-go-lucky with them. And I think, he is still on a mission. But he basically want, Andy to agree not to bring his name up if when the partners do decide to come and talk to Andy, and Andy won't bring his name up. So Andy basically was saying that she can do that. But we're going to, come back to that and talk a little bit more. Then we mosey on down the road to Danni's house. So Danni, now look y'all. Now y'all tell me if I'm wrong. I ain't never seen Danni cleaning up this studio. Okay, she got a little Now this ain't no real vacuum cleaner. This is a little table vacuum, y'all. Now have y'all ever seen Danni cleaning? Well, your girl cleaning up the apartment, getting it ready for the therapist to come by. Oh boy, Tony, he's there, feeding her positive words, affirmation to keep an open mind with the therapist. But Danni, you calm down with the pushback, okay? Embrace the therapy. Embrace your new path that you've decided to go down, okay? But your girl wanted to just cancel the whole therapy session, and I was so glad when she called the therapist was already at the door. So kudos to the therapist. Okay, so we mosey on over to Karen and Pam, and they're preparing for the grand opening. But I gotta speak on, Karen's look. Okay, she look all cute and everything. Her belly looks a little bigger this episode. Last episode, it did look a little smaller than the first episode, but today, the episode 3 is looking a little bigger. She's looking real preggos. But the lights went out, y'all. So she's thinking that it's just a maintenance issue, but come to find out, she got a visitor from the owner of the property, and that owner said, "Hey, your rent check it bounced, baby, non-sufficient funds." So she is now stressing out even more because come to find out, Pam's still ordering things, and that's what caused the rent check to bounce. So now she has to kind of figure out how to get that squared away. But eventually the lights do get turned back on so that she can follow through with the grand opening. But who is this Shauna woman, y'all, that's entering into the scene? Is she going to play a bigger part? Is she going to give Karen a hard time in this property? And if Karen is faced with more challenges with this property owner, she just may, throw her hands up and move out. Who knows? But I'm curious to see what this Shauna role is going to develop into in this season. Hold on, let's back up for a minute. So she did say that she was going to transfer the money from her personal account to the business account to cover that check. But she also made a comment that this is another thing that she got to do by herself. I mean, whose fault is that though? I mean, she made the comment as though it's somebody else's fault that she's by herself. You put yourself in this situation. No one else. You decided to push Aaron away, the person who wanted you, because you wanted Zach back. But you didn't want Zach initially. Okay, so wait a minute. Wake up, snap out of it. Okay. Now Tamara, she back, and Hayden is weak. He weak for some Tamara. He trying to act hard, y'all, but he weak for some Tamara. So she's back in his office, trying to win him over. I don't know if it's genuine or what, but I said in the beginning, I thought he was gonna fall for her for real. She was gonna fall for him, and I think there's some realness in this at the end of the day. But I still believe that there's some motive on her end, and now it's going to be some motive on his end. So if he do fall back for her, he's gonna have some motive. He's gonna be using it to his benefit, using her to his benefit. So we'll just see how that storyline there continues to unfold. He did get a call from Gary, but he didn't really want to talk to Gary. Gary is just all over the place right now. He don't know what to do. But you know what? Good for Gary. See, everybody need a friend like Fatima, someone who is always in their corner, that give them that reassurance that, everything is going to be okay, to kind of keep you in line, keep you focused on what's important. But your girl, Andi, is looking like she's looking really good, but she looking like, did she have any lip or nose work, or is that just a damn good makeup job? But yeah, your girl, she looking pretty cool in this scene or this episode. But yeah, so Fatima just, making sure she, stay focused on what she do know, and not to worry about, the partners asking her any questions. All right, so the girls, they start to show up to the grand opening. Of course, they were late, and Karen is giving them a hard time, because she had to do all the decorations by herself. I suppose that they were supposed to be helping her with that. But it looked like everybody had some shenanigans going on. Danni in therapy. Sabrina is dealing with Rich. Andi is dealing with the FBI situation at the office. So all of them got some things kind of going on, which delayed their arrival to the grand opening. But Karen, she was on one. She gave him a hard time, but eventually, she got herself together for the grand opening. Karen did throw a little shade there because she was a little in her feelings about, the boozy brunch that Fatima was at. Somebody posted a picture, and Karen was in her feelings about it. So she threw a little shade with that. But hey, Karen, again, who decided not to go? Who put themselves in that situation? You did. So you cannot come at the girls because they invited Fatima. At least they respected you enough to invite, tell you first And because you decided not to go, they invited Fatima. And to be quite honest, Fatima, she is I think connected a little bit more to Danni. Well, Danni is connected a little bit more or relatable, relates more to Fatima. Someone put commented on one of my shorts or one of my videos, and made that analogy that Fatima, Danni connects, with Fatima a little bit more, and I thought that was really good perspective there, and I agree as well. So, hey, Fatima fits into this circle more than we know. Is she an actual sister? No, because she don't have the history that these sisters have with each other, but I think she still brings some balance to this circle. So, of course, in the trailer breakdown that I did, we saw that Zach had flowers, and those flowers were for Karen because he wanted to, go to the grand opening to soften things with Karen, because I said initially he wanted to make the conversation easier so that he can ask Karen to name Zach Jr. But it was also to ask Karen for the DNA test so that they can be sure that that's his baby before he opened up this trust and before he named the baby Zach Jr. So we was on the right path, cuties, with that mark. But when he showed up to the grand opening with the flowers, he was practicing how he was going to say everything. And Karen's mom kind of popped up and got in the car with Zach and was basically telling him, look, this ain't good. All you're gonna be doing is confusing her. And I agree with Karen's mom. No, I don't think you need to do that. Why did you have to even bring flowers? I understand your intention, but in her mind right now, she ain't ready for that. She can't handle that. She gonna be confused all over again and probably snap back into crazy Karen. So that was a good idea that his mom said, leave, text her congratulations, and keep it pushing. Okay, and now let's move on down to Gary and Penelope. So Penelope is at Gary's office, and of course, he's trying to butter her up, about her lunch, her favorite food, or whatever, because he was on a mission. Now, he wanted her to forgive him or whatever. He did something stupid, yada yada yada. But it was all he did all that to waste food on her so that she can go to the restroom to clean herself up. When she left, he went in her purse and grabbed like credit cards and things of that nature, and looked like he had his assistant enter some information on the computer. Why is he stealing her information? Is he setting Penelope up to be the one to take the fall for this whole FBI investigation situation? Or is it, what is he doing? What is he doing? What is he trying to do? He's all over the place, y'all. So Rich, y'all, he did show back up. So he left the apartment that day after the boozy brunch day when Sabrina was turned up and asked him to have a baby. But he did show back up. He apologized, but he still kept it real with her that, he didn't really want any kids. He had a lot of siblings with kids, and he was been taking care of kids all his life. And that's understandable. But he said that, hey, if we continue this relationship, who knows what the future hold for us? We may be able to reevaluate some things. So are you on board with me? Or you want to take this ride with me? And Sabrina was willing to take that ride. So, just slow your roll. Everything don't have to happen when you want to happen. Sometimes things happen when they need to happen or when they should happen, Sabrina. Just, live and let live, all right? Did I say that right, y'all? Okay, and the last couple highlights is Gary and his assistant. So Gary had his assistant update Penelope's life insurance and gave him access to all of Penelope's accounts. So I guess he he can have access to her funds during this whole investigation. But why was the life insurance updated? Is he plotting to do something to Penelope? This is crazy. I mean, he's lost it. He ain't losing it. He's lost it. And so he did mention that he wouldn't be surprised if Jordan or Andi, you know, brought the investigation on, and that's not a bad theory there, because you know it's possible, to bring him down after everything that he's done. And then the last highlight for me in this episode is Andi and one of the partners, I guess one of her bosses. He came into the office ready to talk to her, but he went in on Andi. He was saying that he didn't have any respect for her and her character. Like, he was going in as to how she carried herself, and it was like shocked, but at the same time, like, excuse me, who are you talking to? I've done amazing things for this firm. It's because of me this firm is what they are today. And this guy was going in so hard, he didn't have a heart attack. Why was he going in on her so hard, y'all? I did put a question on my community page, a poll, if you want to go out and answer that poll. But y'all drop down in the comments and let me know, what do you think? Why did he go in on her so hard? Does this mean that she's going to be automatically let go, in the firm, or what? This is getting crazy. And y'all, we on the lookout for my trailer breakdown for episode 4, just to see how things may unfold, what we predict, how things may go. But anywho, y'all like up the video, hit subscribe, and look, y'all have a good day on purpose. Bye.